which means that Wednesday, if this is successful, Wednesday would be a grandma.
Let's see. Oh my God, what is it? I see a black leg. Is this what I think it is? Oh my, this is what's going on. This is a little velvet spider. I've asked forever.
So yeah, there she is. Hi. We like never see her, so it's like super rare to get a good look at her. Look at you, look. Look at that. Hello, gorgeous. Let's get some good looks. Good looks. Absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, she's so little. Hi, buddy. That this is the egg sac right there. Oh, I don't know now. It looks kind of flat. Like I would expect it to be bigger. That is for sure an egg sac, but I'm guessing it didn't progress. There are some alive. Oh my God, you guys, some of them are alive. Guys, this is a video that I have thought about making and been dreading making. I knew eventually this time would come. So Wednesday, my Gandana minnow species echinata has passed away. She was old and it was her time. There wasn't anything I could have done differently. She lived a very long, full life. A while back, I had discovered there were a couple babies in there living with her that I had missed removing, and I would feed her and she would kill the prey and they would eat it, but she wouldn't. So I knew something was up. I knew that she was probably on her way out. I tried to hydrate her with like the Q-tip method I see people do all the time, but she was just too scared of the Q-tips. She didn't want to drink from it. Really, I just kind of tried to make her as comfortable as possible, but you know, if a spider's not eating anymore and they're not drinking either, it's usually a pretty good indication that they're really old and their time is, you know, limited. So I knew that that's what was going on. A couple weeks ago, I had really investigated a little bit further and I could see that her abdomen was getting quite small and she just wouldn't eat. Nothing pre-killed, nothing. She just wouldn't eat it. I left her alone, and when I was ready, I checked on her. I think it was a few days later and she did pass. So I've kind of been processing that for the past like week or two, and I've told, you know, some members, I've told my friends, and now it's time to tell you guys that indeed she did pass away. And it's so incredibly sad, and just, it's different grieving a spider because they aren't really seen as a pet by a lot of people, but I was very connected to Wednesday. You know, even when you have a large collection, the way that I do a large collection, you still bond with certain ones. You still have your favorites. It's just a weird connection that I will get, and I'll just gravitate towards certain ones. And Wednesday was my main, you know, just like Chai was until she passed. So, you know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't cry a little bit over it, and so did Fiona. You know, these are our pets. I did want to just show you guys how I displayed her. So I made this display of her. This is a smoky quartz, and I posed her on it, and she has dried out. I also added this like hobby moss and this little fake mushroom. I can't put the top on just yet. I have to wait for her to fully dry out, because if you put it on too soon and they're not fully dried out, they will mold. So you just got to let them air dry out for, I would say, a few weeks usually is enough. But I think she's almost completely dried out. But this is what it will look like to display. And I really like how this turned out. She was a huge part of my channel. She's a huge reason why I'm about to hit 200,000 subscribers if I haven't already by the time I'm posting this. It's not just me who got the channel here, it's the animals obviously as well. She was just one of my favorites to talk about and showcase and make content about. She was just one of my favorites, and she was very shy though. So she was a very shy spider. She did not come out often, and I would have made so much more content about her if she didn't absolutely hate the spotlight, but she's a diva and she did not want all the attention. She would pull the webbing shut when I would try to film her eating and stuff. So she was a very private spider. I think she helped a lot of people get over their fears, as Chai did as well. And she really like grew the velvet spider thing. Like when I first had got her, velvet spiders were nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I mean, it took me years of begging Tom Patterson to get me a velvet spider before he finally got annoyed enough to just send me his personal one. So that's how I got her. And then after he surprised me with her, he was bombarded constantly by viewers asking for a velvet spider, and finally he had come through, and now they're all over, and that's amazing. And that's Wednesday's fault. Like You cannot deny that Wednesday started that. Pulled all the attention on velvet spiders and made the velvet spider fad. And then we have the plushies. The first plushie I made was the Wednesday plushie because she was my favorite spider. And then it was so heavily demanded by people that missed it that I had to make another one, but I made her a little different. So, you know, if you have a Wednesday plushie, hold them extra tight. And yeah, I'm super upset, but I've processed it, and I'm just so thankful that we had so many years with her. We had so many babies with her. I want to move on to something a little bit happier. So let's talk about her babies for a minute, and then I have some really good news to share with you and end this on so it's not totally depressing. So let's do that. Here are the babies from her first sack. We will get to those in a minute, but let's go ahead and feed the babies from her second sack, and I'll just do a little update on how they're doing. And then I still have these two little communal minis. These aren't her babies, they're just my other velvet spiders. But yeah, so far all the babies have been doing great. I haven't really noticed any issues. Right in there we see one. So yeah, I just love seeing that her babies are doing so well. There's one, there's two, here's two sharing. Oh my gosh, see, that's what I don't like, is they'll fight over the fruit flies, and I'm like, dude, there are so many fruit flies, but let's give them more. Like, why are you guys still fighting over that one fly? They're everywhere up here. Look up here. And now that one has a fly. All right, so let's talk about the old babies, the first baby. So as you guys remember, about 9 months ago, I had her first sack. Unfortunately, there was just like some weird issues that arose. There weren't many that developed to begin with, but then there were even fewer that survived. And I split the babies with my friend who had sent the mail and provided the mail. So I was left with 4, one of which I knew wasn't going to survive. The other ended up getting outcompeted, I think, by the other 2 because I had kept them together communally, and then I separated them. And then these are the 2 that I have left. And they have gotten quite large, but you can see that that's a pretty big velvet spider right there, and there's a molt right next to her. I think this one might be female, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and give her a nice little meal. But this one I'm actually going to pull out for you guys because I have something really exciting to share with you. And this is exactly why in my previous video I asked Tom to send me a return label when he shipped me those spiders, because of this. So let me go ahead and show you guys. I can't believe this, but this is very exciting, very unexpected. I don't know how well you're seeing this. So look at those pedipalps. Those are some very interesting pedipalps, right? Look how small he is still. He's still very small. Like, here's my fingernail and there he is. I mean, a great size, but this is a pin ultimate male. He is going to mature next molt, which means that Wednesday, if this is successful, Wednesday would be a grandma. A grandma. Now, the only adult female I had, of course, was Wednesday, or have right now, but Tom Patterson actually has 2 females. Because he gifted me Wednesday, I decided I'm going to gift him this male, and those other 2 females, of course, aren't related to Wednesday at all, so they're different bloodlines, and yeah, this is really exciting. I hope he has some success. Now, don't pressure him too much because, you know, it might not work out. But wouldn't that be so amazing if he has success pairing him with his 2 females and he gets some babies, and that would make Wednesday a grandma? I don't know. That would just be so cool to have her like bloodline live on through these babies. That's what I'm really hoping to accomplish. So that is my good news. He's gonna go over to Tom. I am actually going to ship him in this enclosure. So what I want to do is I'm going to probably stuff this up with more moss, just even more. Keep it really stuffed. And then I'm going to ship him in a few days in this enclosure. But this is a very secure way to get him from point A to B. See, that's not moving at all. So even if the package is thrown around, he should be good. And he'll probably go back up in here and like, yeah. So that's packed very tight. If I was Tom, I would remove some of that when he gets there. I am going to throw in a bunch of fruit flies too. So he is full for his trip. He will be fed and hydrated and shipped in this. Okay, I know. Let's name him Kismet. Oh, look at him. He's eating. He's already eating. Best of luck, Kismet. He's going out on Monday. Today's Friday, so, you know, he'll web up for a few days, eat all his fruit flies, and then he will be on his way to hopefully carry on Wednesday's legacy in captivity in the US. Would be so cool. I'm wishing Tom and Kismet the most luck. Fingers crossed. If it doesn't work out, though, we have lots of babies from the second sack that are still developing. It's just insane to me that he already matured. Well, not quite yet, next molt, but it's just insane to me that he already 9 months later is about to mature. Whereas Wednesday, we had her for like, she had to have been like at least 5 or 6 years old, possibly more. I don't know. She was very old, but it's just crazy. Like the lifespan difference between the males and the females, absolutely insane. Blows my mind, as well as the size difference. Like this guy is still so small, and you're telling me next molt he's gonna be a mature male? Insane. Yeah, I know this is a lot to process. And that's it. So like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram, it's probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a Patreon, Discord, plushies, enclosures, merch. It's all linked down below. I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet pick.